Hey everybody!
Hello!
Welcome aboard Starship Friendship.
Welcome to Starship Friendship.
You guys keep asking us to do a boat tour,
Boat tour.
Why don't you guys do a boat tour? So now we're doing a boat tour.
We've been living on the boat for almost a year. I feel like we can really share with you some personal insights as to what we really love about this vessel.
Welcome aboard. We'll start in the back here. Our little back sugar scoops. They're pretty awesome because we can just walk right in and out of the water. You feel like the boat's got a lot more space than most of the other catamarans we were on. Down here, we've got water in and out. So if we're at a marina, we can just take the hose, plug it into the marina, and then turn the water on. And then we can use the dock pressure and it'll power all of our showers, our sinks, all that good stuff. So this is our hose and we can do fresh or salt water out of this. And then right here we've got our out valve. In, out. When we're sailing, we're constantly washing our boat down with fresh water, which makes it super nice. Here we've got our whale pump. So this is just like a manual bilge pump. We have our power. Our boat's 110. This is our emergency tiller. If we were to ever have an issue, like our cable snap, we've got a big emergency tiller that we can put into this plate, and then we can still steer the boat. Dun, 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 dun.
I find that the engine rooms are comfortable to get in and out of. All of the things that I need access to are easy to get to for me, so checking the various liquids and all of the filters and managing things while David's away is pretty straightforward and simple for me.
So come on into the engine room. We've got twin Yanmar 57s. I can tell you the model here. They're called, let me say here, 4JH57s. But they're twin diesel Yanmar 57s. They're super efficient. We've been nothing but super happy with them. The one controversy that a lot of people like to talk about in these catamarans is, should you have your motors in the back or underneath your beds? Our motors are sealed off completely in the transom here. When you're sleeping in the back bedrooms, like your whole bed's not vibrating, it doesn't smell like diesel in your cabin. The downside to it, if you were in like a really heavy sea state and the waves are coming over the back trying to get to these engines, could be a little bit of a problem. But we've had really large seas and I've had to come back here into the engines, and Kelly will just time it, and if we have an issue, we'll just watch the wave breaking and we'll close these really quickly. We've got all of our water pumps, so our fresh and salt water pumps. We have our water maker. We've got a 12-volt water maker, so we don't have to run our generator when we're making water. And if we had more solar, we would never have to run our generator whatsoever. This is our water maker. We've got the seacock that brings the salt water in, and then it goes through a plankton filter, and then it goes to a 25 micron filter, and then 5 micron pre-filter. And then it comes around here, and this is the reverse osmosis system back here. And this is our sea recovery unit. This unit makes about anywhere from like 0.25 to 0.3 gallons per minute. It's roughly around 17 gallons an hour. So this is our starboard engine, very similar to the port. The only difference is on this side, instead of having the water maker, we have our battery banks over here. And we've got 6 gel cell batteries, and then plus our starting bank. And then we also have our solar panels. These are our charge controllers for our solar panels, and we've got 660 watt solar panels. House battery banks, battery chargers for when we're actually plugged in. Say hi to Auto, our hydraulic pump for our auto helm, or autopilot. This is what you saw us messing around with in all the videos. This is the hydraulic ram that pulls the rudder back and forth. All of our showering happens here.
Voila!
So we can give everyone a show.
Hot or cold.
But it's nice, we have hot and cold water out here.
Swim step, easy to crawl up here after a dip in the blue.
You're kind of spoiled. This is our fish catching contraption. This is how we feed ourselves. And then this is the worst piece of equipment we own on our boat. On the box it says it's the world's greatest grill. It gets hot in one little corner over here. It rusts. Fail, magma, fail. Then we come over here. This is our laundry room. Drying things.
Air dry is the best.
This is a life ring. This is what we'd use to deploy if someone fell overboard. This canister, like an inflatable flag system. You would throw this whole system overboard. This has got a gas canister in it. And when you blow this up, it automatically deploys and like a large, like almost flagpole inflates. It's got a large flag on it, and there's actually leg harnesses that you can get inside and hold on to it so we can easily spot someone if they were overboard. Throw the shades on. All right, so we're coming forward here.
Make sure you use your hand grips when you're navigating around the boat.
Oh yeah, this is super nice. You can just grab on in here. So you have handholds the entire way around the boat. And there's actually a company that's making an aftermarket deal that you can plumb these handholds so when it rains all the water runs into here and then you can fill your tanks. Thought that was pretty cool. We don't have it. Handholds, jack lines. Yeah, the clips for jack lines everywhere, which is really nice. We have 2 forward hatches here. We've got our ON generator and windlass inside here.
I am typically the one in charge of setting the anchor and managing the windlass when we're anchoring in a new spot. So I'm in and out of these cabinets quite often.
And then windlass controls for our windlass anchor.
The electric winch makes life really easy for me with the anchor being controlled from this handheld. It's easy up and down push button technology.
Pretty awesome.
Very happy to have that.
Super easy to work on. There we go. And the next locker, we've got storage. Keep all our hoses, etc. When we're doing passage making, we keep additional water jugs in here. And then we've got an 80-gallon water tank in the back here. And then obviously all our chain and road. So it makes it convenient when the chain stacks up, we can just come here and knock it down. And then obviously our windlass is right here.
Another great chill space. Everyone loves a good trampoline. Trampoline is A-okay.
Since we didn't get our boat rigged out with the front cabins, so there's an option that you can have these two. What we use as storage hatches as like crew quarters. What we do with this hatch is we keep all our fenders in here, all our spear guns, boogie boards. Can't quite fit a surfboard in there because this isn't wide enough. A ton of storage. And then there's like fob floorboards underneath there so that go all the way down to the keel. So this is like, you know, 7 feet deep by 7 feet long. So just a ton of storage. This is our sail locker. Right now we've got our code 0 and we've got our ACH cruising chute in here. But just to give you an idea of like how big these are. There we go. This is what the inside of the lockers look like. The biggest complaint we've got with these lockers, they're awesome, but when you don't pay for the upgraded bedroom, they don't even paint them. So it's just raw fiberglass on the inside. Lagoon ever watches this, paint the insides of these. It would be awesome. Just a ton of storage for sails. And it's really nice, like here's our chute. So this is our ACH cruising chute. And when we want to deploy it, there's like a hard ring on the outside here. So I just pull this up and then out, and then it locks around this rim. And then I can just attach the halyard to here and we can just deploy it straight out as long as we put it in correctly. So it just makes it really easy. And then when putting the sail away, pull this ring back out, set it here, stuff the sail back in, zip that, and then sail's put away. So just super convenient. This is our jib. This is the self-tacking jib. Halyard for all our downwind sails. Code 0, ACH chute. Our little spinnaker pull thing. That's a bowsprit. There you go. This is what we would run our Code 0 off of on the roller. Bowsprit. As you come around here, this is our cockpit.
Pilot station.
It's a lot of good. When you're on the islands, we absolutely love this cockpit. It's open, it's easy, it's like super social, it's comfortable.
I like it being really open.
It's elevated where you can still stay in contact with everyone else in the boat.
I like access to guests and crew.
A lot of these other boats are set up for charter, and then when you're up driving, you're completely separated from everybody downstairs, which makes it kind of weird.
I like everything about it, it's really easy.
Downside to this cockpit is when we are doing like long passage making and we're out in the middle of the ocean, you feel a little bit vulnerable to the ocean. Obviously we're wearing safety harnesses, but at the same time, it's like we're nice to be a little bit more secure. That it is what it is. The chair, this is another big kind of controversy with Lagoon owners.
It's kind of hard to seat 2 people comfortably here.
And on a lot of other Lagoon boats, they've really nailed
The
it.
chair's not that comfortable. It doesn't easily seat 2. It's a little bit low. Like, it could definitely be improved.
But we've seen a lot of guys modifying this.
And as David noticed, a lot of other owners have made modifications to the seat, which I think is cool.
It's like the one thing in the cockpit that we think can have a little bit of improvement.
What I do like about this chair is you can do some nice open chest, back stretches.
Obviously Helm, locking Helm, twin Yanmar controls. And so we did all the B&G electronics. Here we've got our wind meter. It tells which way direction, the wind speed, the wind angle, true and apparent. They're multifunction, so you can scroll through them. Boat speed, depth, wind angle. Our true wind speed's not working right now. Current, tide, etc. Chart plotter. We've got the forward scan on here. Radar. Pretty easy. It's really easy to use. And another multifunction gauge for our autopilot. One person can completely sail this boat on her own from this cockpit.
Single-handed sailing is not a problem. So long as you're using the white sheets alone and not the downwind sails, it's really simple.
We actually can control everything from the cockpit when we're not running any of our downwind sail.
Although you could probably even manage to run those as well.
Since we've got a self-tacking jib, we never have to go forward.
The only thing that would be tricky if you were sailing solo is setting anchor, because there is not a control here for the anchor windlass. If there was, and you had a counter that sat up here, then you would be completely self-sufficient on this boat. But it could be dangerous to try to do it, especially in wind, as it is. All the lines conveniently located here so that we have easy access.
We've got our halyard for our downwind sails. We've got our jib line. We've got our main line. This is what we use to raise, or our main halyard, what we use to raise our main. Our topping lift. We've got our main sheet, and then we've got all 3 of our reef lines. In the sail, the reef lines are sewn in, so we've got first reef, second reef, and third reef. Steer the boat into the wind. It's got a really cool function on the autopilot where you can just manually set it for the wind, and it'll just hold the boat right into the wind, and then you can just reef the boat on your own. This is super nice. We've got the Harkin, the 2-speed winches. Slow and slow. And these lines control the car on the track. It controls the boom.
Easy to keep the lines organized, easy to keep things tidy up here.
So this is our lazy jack. It works really well for us. How this works is just these 2 large pieces of canvas. How do you like a hammock for the sail? So it's got these lines that obviously run up to the mast, and it creates like a big pocket or a pouch. So as the sail comes down, the sail just typically like folds itself into this. Really simple to use. Easy. This is our self-tacking jib. So how this works, obviously tacking. Like typically you would have to switch sides. So when you're tacking or jibing the boat, it just automatically falls over to either side. Vortex. Yeah, so we've got 2 300-watt solar panels in the back. It's not enough to run this boat. If we are not running one of our refrigerators, it's enough and we're completely self-sustainable. But if we're charging a lot and we're running all 3 of our refrigerators, 2 panels is not enough, so we have to run the generator every day for about an hour. We need to add 1 more panel, and the boat would be perfect.
Works great.
I forgot what they call it, like trunk, freezer deals. It's crazy. Crazy. about it.